I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. John, this one's a really interesting one because we're actually looking on the internet for what customers and what just people are saying about appliances, and they're saying them in the showroom, or at least they're thinking about them, and they should be addressed in the showroom. This is a really good one, and it's just the question is straight ahead. People are Googling this. Why is my refrigerator so loud? It's a really interesting thought, and it has so many things to play off of. But basically, that if someone asks you that question, or they have this in their head, how are you starting this off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really good question, and this does happen all the time, and it comes in different forms, right? It may not be given to you exactly as you laid it out, but it's some version of it, right? People always have fear when it comes to refrigerators and the noises that they're making. So the first thing that you need to do is be able to reset expectations. These modern refrigerators are not louder because they're worse. So we can get that right out of the way right now, right? They're louder. And I don't even really like to use the word louder in this instance. Let's call it just more noticeable, right? Because they're doing a whole heck of a lot more than your old fridge used to do. Your old refrigerator ran off of a single speed compressor, right? And they turned on, they ran super, super hard, and then they shut off. But when they shut off, you would have these long kind of quiet stretches that was in between, right? Modern refrigerators, especially, whether it's a high efficiency fridge or even these counter depth designs that are out there right now in droves, they're using variable speed compressors, right? And they're using, not only that, they're using multiple evaporator fans, and they're using electronic dampers and active defrost systems and just more aggressive air circulation overall. So instead of that one loud on cycle and then just like this long moment of silence, these modern refrigerators are constantly adjusting, right? We know that they ramp up and they ramp down, but they're also moving air, and they're also regulating humidity, and they're also, managing temperature zones individually. And all of that movement is going to end up creating sound, right? So I think what would probably make sense if we break down kind of the most common noises that people hear and complain about, and then you'll have a good way to kind of overcome those. And the most popular one you hear, right, and Anthony, stop me if you think I'm wrong, is the hum, right? And where does that hum come from? Why does it always make this little humming noise? Well, that's your variable speed compressor that we talked about earlier. Old compressors we talked about were binary, right? They were on and off. And these newer compressors modulate. And by modulate, basically what I mean is, instead of running at full power all the time, they're adjusting the speed based off of the demand of the fridge, right? So when you open the door frequently, that compressor is going to ramp up, and when the internal temperatures really start to stabilize inside, it'll start slowing down again. And it's really that change in that pitch that people think is the problem, right? And it's not. Actually, if anything, that's the efficiency of the machine, right? It's doing its work. A variable speed compressor is constantly kind of fine tuning instead of just blasting at full capacity like the old ones used to. So that's really the most common one that you hear. And it's easily explained away. It's because the unit is so efficient that it's doing what it's doing. When it comes to fan noise is the other one you hear a lot, right? Especially in those freezer sections now, because these modern refrigerators move a heck of a lot more air than the older ones did, because we found out that airflow is better, or I should say equals really your temperature consistency. So instead of relying on passive cooling technology, these units are using evaporator fans to distribute that cold air evenly everywhere. So you're going to hear things like steady airflow and maybe even a whirring noise in there. And definitely you're going to notice those air pressure shifts when the doors kind of open and when they close especially. And all that is circulation, right? And, in the other thing that I'd point out when it comes to these types of things is we're dealing with open concept homes now, right? So kitchens are no longer isolated like they used to be. So there's no walls that are absorbing that sound. We have that same level of conversation when we talk about quiet dishwashers, right? So what we would have really kind of chalked up to as really almost background noise 20 years ago now becomes a little bit more noticeable. And that's why I say that these fridges changes, but let's not use the word louder, because they didn't get dramatically louder. Your house really got quieter and more open as a result.
And what's interesting about that, and I'm glad that you close with that, is there's a human nature piece of that too, because it's like when you move into a new house or a new apartment, every sound is new, and you're like, oh, what's this? And then it just becomes a part of of living, the ambient sound. Now you have a new ambient sound addressed to the house, and now it seems loud just because it's different, not necessarily because it's loud. And at least for me, with our new fridge, what was the loudest new sound? The ice maker, the ice hitting the fresh ice
Yeah.
on the bottom is the loudest sound. It took our dog a couple days to get used to that sound and not bark at that sound. But John, there has to be a time where, so that said, and basically we're telling the customer, you know, we're almost answering this question as, no, you're wrong. It's not loud. But there has to be a time where there might be a sound that might be like, okay, but that sound isn't right. So this is a time where you might need service or this needs to be addressed. So what sorts of times
Yeah.
are those that you might tell the customer, this is a time where this is too loud or this is something that should be addressed?
Yeah. So, we kind of already talk about what's normal, right? The low hum noise, intermittent fan noises, even we didn't even talk about it, like that clicking and that knocking
Right.
sound that happens all the time, all very normal. When it comes to that clicking and knocking, we can just address that real quick because I
Yeah.
completely forgot. And that's one of the big ones that pops up because that one actually scares people, right? Whenever you hear that light clicking or that tapping noise, it can be a number of different things, right? It could be electronic controls that are the relays are engaging, right? Your dampers can be opening and closing. Your ice maker cycling, like you're talking about. But the biggest one to that, which people aren't really used to, is the expansion and contraction of all of those plastic components that are inside, right? Because what we know about refrigerators is that they operate in cold to warm cycles, right? In materials at that point are going to expand and contract. And all of these plastic liners that are in there are going to basically shift slightly. And that's going to produce these small little ticking sounds that are inside. So that's not a failure either. So I just want to address that one real
Yeah.
quick. And actually, to further your point, I can get to your question, I promise. But to further your point, you're exactly right. There is that psychological piece to this whole thing, right? Because your old fridge had thicker insulation and sat deeper into a cavity, like even things like that, right? I mean, had fewer fans, had a singular cooling zone. And really what happened with these customers, they got used to the rhythm of that old fridge, right? And now these new units, whether it be counter depth or thinner walls because of to gain interior space or more electronics or whatever, really it didn't get louder. The noise profile changed and it's different than what you had before, right? And that's a lot of the things. It's funny that you say that, where it took you a little bit to get used to the ice drops. That's true. And that's just the noise profile changing on you. It doesn't mean that it's louder or more effective or something's wrong. Really, when you get into what's not normal with a fridge is the obvious noises, right? I mean, if you hear a loud grinding noise in your fridge, not okay, right? Metal on metal scraping, anything like that, shouldn't be hearing anything like that. If you hear a constant rattling, right? Something that's just not stopping for whatever reason, probably cause for concern there too. If your compressor is running nonstop, it's not doing any level of cycling like high lows or anything like that, that's probably worth taking a look at too. But the biggest one for me is if you notice that your internal temperature is rising, right? If temperatures are stable and the noises are pretty much intermittent, that's pretty much normal operation in today's world, right? But if the noise is either like aggressive or constant or just anytime that it's paired with a temperature issue, that's probably something that you'll want to get service involved at that point, because temperature performance for me is the real indicator for you. Noises alone in most modern fridges isn't going to be a sign for failure for you, but temperature performance definitely will be. So if you notice a shift in that, that's probably where the concern should be.
So here's a question for a salesperson. So you're selling a fridge, part of a suite or a
Mm.
standalone as a fridge, and you might know this is in the customer's head. This is a common, we're telling you this is a common question asked online, is how do you address this in the sales pitch or just in the conversation with the customer that you're not really alerting them to something they may not have been thinking about or causing, causing too many issues in this, or just
Mhm.
kind of setting this up as expect this and don't be alarmed.
Yeah, 100%. And I like the way that you framed it kind of towards the end, right? Because my contention there is that you give this story to everybody, whether they ask for it or not, right? If they're hyper focused on this, then all the more reason to really dig in. But even if they don't, setting that expectation, they don't know not to know enough to ask a question like that sometimes, right? So you have to be the responsible salesperson and make sure, hey, listen, great fridge, really happy for you, blah blah blah. But just so you know, this is all normal, right? Because that's going to prevent the panic calls. That's going to prevent the unnecessary service calls, right? And that's going to really help build trust. It's like, wow, he's really forthcoming with this information. He's really trying to set me up for success. So, a professional appliance salesperson sets all of your expectations up front. So they'll say something like, hey, this fridge is going to sound different from your old one, right? It's definitely more active. It's going to move air more often, and it's going to constantly adjust for you. Right. So you're not saying it's going to be louder, right? Active is a word that I like to use in place of that. Counter depth is another one that you probably have to have a conversation about, because counter depth units the big one with counter depth fridges is they transmit more vibration, right? Because they're shallower and then they're lighter as a result. So there is a vibration element with counter depth that people may not be used to if they're going from standard depth to counter depth. But again, we talked about it before. Open floor plans are going to amplify any appliance noise, whether it's a range, a microwave, or a dishwasher. It doesn't matter. So that's something that you want to address too. A higher efficiency system operates way more frequently, right? To maintain those tighter temperature tolerances that you're looking for. But that's how they have to do it. So, any level of precision, and that's what we're talking about here, is going to require some level of movement, right? And movement is going to make sound. But it doesn't mean that it's loud. It doesn't mean that it's failing or anything like that. The mistake here is promising silence, right? If you're moving somebody up the ladder and they're spending more and more, the worst thing you can tell them is that it's going to be quieter, right? I mean, the only place that we can get by with talking about quiet is really in dishwashers. Any other category, you're really asking to get hurt. So the right approach is explaining what normal sounds like before the delivery happens, right? So that's really the best way you could do it.
For sure. I wonder if we talk to a bunch of servicers, how often they're doing service calls on something that's completely normal on these fridges. It's probably pretty often. It's probably out there quite a bit.
I would probably say quite a bit. Yeah. I mean, that's why they usually have a tech sitting in-house now to pre-diagnose, and they can usually walk people through those scare calls before even having to dispatch a tech out and just take up everybody's time. But yeah, I would say that it's pretty rampant. So, I mean, as a salesperson, take that on, right? I mean,
Right.
you're only going to help advance that sale in a more positive way, and you're going to leave a lasting impression on that customer. So don't be scared of it.
For sure. Any other thoughts on loud fridges?
No, really, no. I mean, at the end of the day, you just have to realize that what people are hearing is efficiency at work. So frame it out that way, and you'll always be safe there.
I think that's great. All right, that's enough of that.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.